Oh, there we have it. Just look in there. That is Cumbria Tatie Pot made. Look at that. You got your black pudding, your lamb, your potatoes, onions and carrots. That is one heck of a hearty meal. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are in Cumbria. We are going to make a Cumbrian Tatie Pot. Now there'll be an argument for Tatie or Tatty, but you know, I'm from the north of England, it's a Tatie. Okay, we're making a Cumbrian Tatie Pot. You know, it's called a potato, it's not called a tato. Okay, so if you want to call it a Cumbrian Tatie Pot, that's up to you. Okay, but it's a Cumbrian Tatie Pot. Now what makes it Cumbrian is the inclusion of black pudding. It's got black pudding in. Traditionally made with lamb, I'm making it with lamb. It's been adopted and changed by families to use beef, so you can either make it with beef or lamb. The arguments are for and against. It's your preference. So let's crack on and show you how to make it. This is lamb leg. You know, it doesn't matter what you use, it's entirely up to you. But we want bite-sized pieces of lamb. And that's the same with the beef. You know, you want bite-sized pieces of beef. You don't want huge joint side in there, you know. So just to show you, that's our lamb cubed. Like I say, I've already cubed the black pudding. And we are going to slice some onions and a couple of carrots. Now, they want to be fairly thin sliced. It's going to cook as a stew type meal in the oven. So they only want to be fairly thin slices, you know, but keep a little bit of body there. They want to be something like that. Nice and steady. And we need to put that in a bowl. So get it in a bowl. Now, don't rush. It doesn't matter how you slice them up, we just want some slices. Now, you can go the other way. You know, you can go thin ways. Don't rush, you know, just slice your onions. Carrots we want slicing as well. Potatoes, very similar. Slice up your potatoes and put in a bowl. Okay, now I'm using a bit of a different cooker today. I'm using the halogen oven. Okay, it's a halogen electric oven. They're fantastic. People seem to be frightened to death to use things like this. It's a fantastic little oven. You know, it's compact unit. It does the job marvelously. Electric too. However, could be a problem if there's a power cut. Now, I've got a glass bowl. And it's quite a large bowl because it's got to be quite deep. Now, what you have to do, get in our bowl and we want to grease it out with some butter. Now, for all you people that use olive oil, what a load of nonsense, you know. Olive oil wasn't around in Cumbria all those years ago. They don't see any olive trees. Okay, in the bottom of here we want some potatoes. So we want a layer of potatoes in the bottom of there. Okay, so this is where we need to start seasoning up. Now, a little bit of salt, not much. A little bit of black pepper. It doesn't really matter what order you put this in. you know, but we want some onion in there. So we're going to go in there with some of our sliced onion. We're building up some layers. Now don't be frightened of getting it in, it's all going to boil down. And we want to be going in there with some carrot. Tiny bit of thyme, a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Now don't go bananas, just build it up nice and slowly. Now we go in there with some black pudding. Get that black pudding in there. A good layer of black pudding. Now of course you can do as many layers as you want, you know, you can come all the way up different layers. And then we're going on there with our lamb. So this is our meat layer. Again for me, salt on that lamb, bit of pepper. You don't have to go too bananas, but this is the only way that you're going to season that meat. A little bit of thyme. And then what I'm going to do is another layer of potatoes actually. Like I say, you can build this up any which way you want. Just keep some potatoes for a big layer at the top. In with some onion. In with some carrot. I'm going to put the bay leaves in there with the carrot. I'm going on there with a little bit more salt. Now if you notice I'm building up slowly with the salt and things, you know. If you don't want to use so much, don't put it in. I'm on there a little bit more thyme. And if you're using fresh thyme, obviously you're going to have to put it in there. And then we're going back on with the top layer of potatoes. So that's going on there, like that. Now don't forget, when this cooks and it steams inside, it's actually going to drop down. Stock goes in now. Now what you're trying to achieve with the stock, there's a little bit extra there, look. What you're trying to achieve with the stock, you want it to come to sort of like the level of the black pudding. Because what happens is the black pudding releases into the stock. Okay, that's fantastic. Now this is for all you olive oil people. Butter. Put a bit of butter on there. Now that butter is going to melt all through the top of there, and then when we take the tin foil off, because I'm using a tin foil on this, if you had a pot with a lid, that's fine. I don't have one here, so but we still can make this. So that butter is going to melt all the way through there, and then we're going to brown the top and it'll have a lovely buttery flavour. That's the theory. So that's layered up absolutely beautiful. It looks like a hot pot trifle. Lovely layers. And then this is cooking in here. Now I need to put on some tin foil. I don't have a lid that fits. So it doesn't matter how you get it on or how you cover it up. Cover up the top. So that's our tin foil top on there. This is our halogen oven. We don't have to pre-warm this. In fact, it's virtually impossible to pre-warm because as soon as you take the lid off, all the heat comes out. But yes, I know the glass would be warm. Lid on. And we are going to set this off for 180 degrees and we're going to cook it for a couple of hours. So it's only got a 60-minute timer on, which will pop, it'll bing. When it pings, I'll come and turn it back on again. So that is going to bubble away in there for 2 hours. Just look at that. The smell in here is amazing, and I can tell you now, it's not just the lamb's an underlying smell in there, but the smell in here is actually the smell of black pudding. You can smell the seasoning. It's fantastic. Now, the only bit that you've missed, I actually took the tin foil off and let it have 10 minutes without the tin foil on. So this is it out of the oven, and you can see it just start to catch just a little bit. This is absolutely roasting red hot, but we're going to serve it up. So in we go. Now I can see a bay leaf there. We don't want that. We can get rid of that. Now I put the bay leaves towards the top, which would actually help the flavour go down. Okay, let's get in here. I'm going to go right in and then put the potatoes on the top. Oh, looky here. Looky here. Lamb. Black pudding. Oh man. Oh, that looks incredible. Oh, there we have it. Just look in there. That is Cumbria Tatie Pot made. Look at that. You got your black pudding, your lamb, your potatoes, onions and carrots. That is one heck of a hearty meal. All we got to do now is give it a try. But what I will say before we try it, if I'd have used that oven 2.5 hours, this oven 3.25. Done the job. Would I recommend doing it in this with a pot this size? No. This oven, yes. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that lamb. Look at that lamb. Look at that. Just falling apart. Oh, black pudding. Oh, that is incredible. Oh, that. Oh. Oh. I don't think there's any words for that. Look at that lamb. That is sensational. You've got the lamb, you've got the black pudding, you've got the carrots, you've got the potatoes, the onions, bit of seasoning. It's not over seasoned. It is absolutely delicious. That really is a fantastic meal. Oh, well done, Cumbria. That is sensational. If you get a chance to make this, I would highly recommend this. It is absolutely out of this world. One heck of a good meal. That is Cumbria Tatie Pot made. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.